So for 16b, what's the information they give us here is, they say x plus 1 is less than 0, means for this part, x plus 1, it is always negative. It is always negative. Negative. So originally, if you think this one x plus 1, right, whatever x we put inside here, when x positive, it positive. But if the x is in negative value, it become negative. But for this question, they already limited. They say this x plus 1 must be a negative. Okay, so when the question say the x plus 1 must be negative, so we must manage to find out the factor of x plus 1 so that we can identify what happened to our 2x minus 1, what happened to our 2x minus 1 divided x plus 1. So we have to show that in 2x minus 1, because x plus 1 is negative, this 2x minus 1 also become negative. That's what we need to show. So for the first one, for 2x minus 1, what's the relationship between 2x minus 1 and x plus 1? We have to link it related to it. So we need to use some thinking here, how we get to 2x minus 1 by using x plus 1. So here we can do, we may be 2x plus 2. The negative one is come by plus 2 minus 3. The negative x here, it might come with plus 2 minus 3. And then from here, we can see the factor x plus 1. So when we factor out our value of 2, we can see the factor x plus 1 here. So what can we deduce here? What can we analyze here? The question already said for this x plus 1, it is always negative. Means for this factor, it is always negative. So since this factor is always negative, so what happened to this operation? What happened to this operation? When we times 2 to the negative things, when we times 2 to the negative things, it will become, when we times 2 to the negative thing, positive times negative, it will become still in the properties of negative. Alright, so when this part is negative, and then it minus some more negative, confirm this part always less than 0. So this is how we prove the thing. So since this factor is negative, we can deduce that then the effect when it go with time with 2, so negative part time with 2, of course negative times 2 means negative lah, so that's why they will still getting less than 0. And then so when this part getting less than 0 and it going to minus some more, so conclusion, it will lagi lah negative, more negative than that. So it will conclusion, it can show that it will always less than 0. So therefore, we managed to show that this 2x minus 1 is less than 0. Shown. So that will be our part 1. So how about part 2? How we use this part 2 in helping us answer, showing that this fraction, this operation, will getting more than 2. So first of all, two x minus 1 over x plus 2. So first of all, actually this is a division, a polynomial division, a linear function divided by a linear function. So this one you will learn in chapter 6. So how we do the division, you can look at here carefully. 2x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. We are going to divide like our secondary or our primary numbers. So how we going to get to division here? We will find a factor that we multiply here, we can get 2x. So the factor can multiply here to get 2x is 2. So when 2 times with this x, we get 2x. When 2 time with 1, we get positive 1. So the remainder here, the balance here, will be negative 1 minus 1. Sorry, this is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So negative 1 minus 2, we get your balance is 3. So if you not very understand with this division, we can apply it in numbers. Let's say 1, 1 for 1. 1 for divide by 3. I give you 1 for 8 divide by 3. So how we going to divide? We will find the nearest factor. We will find the nearest multiplication, which is 4, so that we get 12. Then the balance will give 2. Then you will drag down your 8 here, 28. Then we will do a multiplication, find out the multiplication which is nearer to 28. So 3 times 9 is nearer to 28, which is 27. So our division here, balance is 1. So quotient is 49. So same as this concept. So when you 2x minus 1 going to divide by x plus 1, we will find the nearer multiplication to get 2x. So to get 2x, I will put 2 here. So 2 times x, we get 2x. 2 times 1, we get positive 2. So after we do the multiplication, we will find out the balance. So we're going to minus. So that 4 minus 2, we get 2 here. Then you drag down the value. So for here, we minus. So 2x minus 2x is 0. When negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. So our balance is here. So how we write the answer? Like this 1 for 8 divided by 3 is equals to 49. Actually 49. And then balance is 1 over 3. So the same concept can be applied for this division. What we call this is long division. So for this 2x minus 1 divided by x plus 1, it will equals to, our quotient is 2. And then our remainder is negative 3, divisor is x plus 1. Okay, so this is our quotient. And then this is our remainder, means our balance. Then divisor is 3. So applicable to here, this is our quotient. Then remainder is negative 3 over the divisor here is x plus 1. So means for this fraction, for this rational, after I manage to do the division, after we manage to do the long division here, we can get to this form. So from this form, we can do our analytical here, where by using the information given from the question, x plus 1 is always less than 0. So since x plus 1 is always negative. Okay, so when x plus 1 is always negative, when negative 3 divided by x plus 1, what will we get? What will we get? When negative divided by negative things, for sure we will get positive. Alright, because this part is negative. When negative divided by negative, for sure we can get back positive. So if it plus 2, so when it plus 2 inside this fraction, means this right hand side will going to add up 2. So it always greater than 2. Therefore, we managed to show that this division, the value always greater than 2. Okay, so how we marking our things, how we put out our marks here. So for the first part, we will give you 3 marks. The first mark will come out this, how you relate your question with the given information x plus 1 less than 0. And then we do our deduction here. We do our analytical method with writing our logic thinking here to prove 2x minus 1 is negative. So same also will go for this division. So for this division here, first concept, we manage to build out the form that can relate to the question given x plus 1. So then we can do our rational thinking here, analytical thinking here, where negative divided by negative, it becomes positive. So that is a concept. And then when it add up 2, it becomes more than 2. Okay, so finally you manage to prove it. Okay, so apa maksud di sini ialah bila kita diberikan x plus 1 tu negatif. So kita cuba kaitkan kita punya information. Nah, operasi ni dengan negatif ni. So dengan bahagi sini ini nampaklah kan. Bila dah bahagi keluar kita nampak penyebut dia sentiasa negatif. Ini yang diberi. Ini yang diberi sentiasa negatif. Bila pengangka negatif 3 bahagi dengan penyebut dia negatif, negatif become lah positif. So positif punya tanda greater than 0 lah, that will be our definition. So when you plus 2 in the left hand side, also you plus 2 at the right hand side. So that's why we can manage to prove that it is greater than 2. Macam tu. So for this part, bila kita dah nampak bahagian sini negatif, bila dia darab 2, negatif darab 2, negatif. Dan bila dia tolak 3, lagilah negatif. So, lagilah negatif, tapi dia tak suruh kita tunjuk lagi negatif tu berapa. Dia cuma tunjuk negatif. So, sepatutnya, kalau ini, bila dia tolak 3, dia sepatutnya akan kurang daripada negatif 3 lah. Sebab sini belah sini tolak 3, sini tolak 3. Tak. Tapi soalan suruh kita buktikan, dia negatif juga. Dia tak perlu buktikan dia kurang daripada negatif 3. So, bila kita buktikan negatif 3 cukup then, so we prove it is a negative because something already negative, it minus lagi something, confirm dia lagi negative. So, this part less than 0 enough because question asks us to show it is less than 0. But this one, they need to show it is more than 2. So, sebenarnya, bila sini belah kiri tambah 2, belah sepatutnya ini dah positif kan. Kalau dia tambah 2, dia lagi dah positif. So sebenarnya dia dah lebih daripada kosong. Tapi soalan ni nak tunjuk juga lebih dari 2. So kita membuktikan bila tambah 2 dekat kiri, belah kanan pun akan tambah 2. So dapatlah operasi ini adalah lebih daripada 2. So ini lebih more to the analytical part lah. So this ni 2x tambah 1 per x ni adalah ini daripada sini. 2 tolak 3 per x tambah 1 ini adalah hasil bahagi daripada pecahan ini. So saya masukkan balik pecahan ini sebab bila soalan suruh minta tunjuk, maksudnya kita kena tunjuk apa yang dia nak kita tunjukkan. Kita tak boleh bagilah bentuk ini. Bentuk ni kena link balik. Bentuk ni kena link balik. Ini adalah hasil bahagi ini. So, bila ini more than 2, bila hasil bahagi ni more than 2, maksudnya soalan 2x tolak 1 per x tambah 1 tu pun more than 2. Okay, I got writing mistake here. This is minus. Oh, that's why you not understand what is writing mistake. Tak ada tukar apa-apa. Saya silap tulis saja. Tolak. Boleh. Thank you.